The Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
Every Point Sports Podcast. Welcome in week 14 Sunday. You've been here for 13 weeks. Let's get right into the docket, Greg.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. First on the docket, we got Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh Steelers is getting 5.5. Over-unders 43.5. Money line is plus 220 for the Steelers, negative 270 for Baltimore. I think we all could agree Steelers pretty much are done. Anybody that listened to Aaron Rodgers' press conference last week, he kind of threw his, not kind of, he did. He threw his receivers under the bus. To me, as much as we want to say how great Aaron Rodgers is, it's not the best leader. A leader does not do that. You do that behind closed doors. You call your receivers out in closed doors. I understand some are falling asleep during the meeting. Some are showing up. Some are showing up late. Some are not showing up at all. You let all that out of the bag. So what you have to do is you as the leader have to rein that in. Take them aside. Tell them, listen, this is what's going to happen. You know, we're not playing our best football because of this. You guys are running the wrong routes because of this. You don't need to call them out like that. I think the Steelers are done. Their playoff chances are done. I like the Ravens all day on this. Again, I'm not touching the money line or the spread. It is a division game. So I'm just taking the Ravens with the money line.
I think it's really interesting that, you know, we look at Tomlin as this running a tight ship, but he never has.
Yeah, I mean, stuff is coming out right now that, yeah, I'm with you. I thought Tomlin was almost like a drill sergeant, like a Bill Cowher was, you know, like a guy that really has a grasp on his team. Nobody shows up for meetings late. Everybody shows up for a meeting, you know. That's the persona given to us.
Yeah.
But all we're seeing now with Aaron Rodgers coming out and doing his talking is, yeah, it's not quite as what we thought there.
By the way, we have to look at this. You know, everybody's fire Tomlin, fire Tomlin, fire Tomlin. Everybody needs to look at things this way. You know, you can scream fire Tomlin. You better have a plan. First of all. Second of all, Greg, what did Tomlin ever draft a successful quarterback?
No, he inherited Ben.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We ran Bill Belichick out of the league. Did Bill ever draft a successful quarterback?
Once.
Yes.
Well, technically more than one. Castle got a large contract. Jimmy G got a large contract. Brissett got a contract. So really, even Brady's backups got contracts. So
I'm signaling Brady.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're dialed into things here, let's not pretend like Mac Jones hasn't been more successful than Kenny Pickett. Let's not.
Matt Castle won 10 games. 10 games for the Patriots.
I know.
Right?
I'm a little in a boat where I think Jones can get another shot.
Mm-hmm.
Which would have been Bill's guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think he tried to, when he was on the field, I think he tried to play a little bit more like Josh Allen. I think Kyle Shanahan has reined him back in, and now he may get another shot. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to think so Tomlin hasn't done anything that Belichick has done, and they ran Belichick out of the league. Okay. So I know that we want to keep Mike, but maybe it is time. And no, let's not say fire. Let's say move on. Because fire means he did nothing well and just throw him in the dumpster and we're going to go get a shinier. Let's just move on and thank him for his time in Pittsburgh. Don't use the nasty word fire him like he didn't give you any great years. Let's move on from Mike Tomlin. I think it's time, and we can move on to our next game.
Yes. Next, we got the Saints at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Saints is getting 7.5. Over under is 41.5. Saints is at plus 330. Bucks are at negative 425. This is pretty easy. Money line all day on this. You throw Bucks in on a parlay somewhere.
Yeah, I think you could do that, but I want everybody to be on. I want everybody to understand this. New Orleans opened the week at 9.5. Now, they were at 8.5 at Hard Rock. I'm giving you Hard Rock's numbers. They opened at 9.5. They were at 8.5. I watched it an hour ago to go to 8. What do you have?
I have 7.5.
See, that's really interesting. That's a 2-point swing over two different books. Is money, honey, coming in on the Saints. I don't know anything about Tyler Show, besides the fact that he went to Louisville and he's been in college for 40 years. That's what I know about Tyler Show. But I do believe that this Vel that they traded away. They traded Denver Broncos capital for him. He's looked good over the past couple of weeks. I believe that Kamara is going to play a role here. Let's not pretend like Tampa Bay's defense is good. They kind of look old. I always compare Todd Bowles to the Mike Tomlin of the South. Hi, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for showing up and watching the show.
So he's the Mike Tomlin of the South. And by the way, his defense looks a lot like Tomlin's, banged up and slower. So if we release all the names and we forget about all the things we know about him, Tampa's not tackling and they're giving up points. So, I mean, if you're getting basically a college quarterback, he could sling, get lucky on a couple broken tackles, and all of a sudden this is a game. I don't love it at the 7.5, but I think you can make more money if you take New Orleans getting 10 over taking Tampa with the money line. So I would buy some points and yes, put that in a parlay. What do you think of that?
Yeah. I'm more intent just taking the money line at 425, parlaying it with something. I know it drags your odds down a little bit, but I'm these division games you guys really have to watch out with as far as point spreads. A lot of times they're a lot closer than what the point spread says. So I like the thing with 10. It just, to me, there's a huge gap between the Bucks and the Saints as far as team. I think the Bucks far and wide is above them. If it was at the Saints, I'd be more intel to agree with you, take that 10 and run with it. But it's in Tampa Bay. I just have a gut feeling that the Tampa Bay is just going to smoke them. I'm just trying
to steal.
Yeah, that's why I think Tampa Bay is going to win. So I'm taking the points out of it and just taking the money line.
My thought is that professional, that opening line of 9.5 has been bought down to 7.5 by professional money. That's a lot of points to be bought down. So if professionals have moved in on New Orleans, I'm a little leery to get the 10, and that'll steal me away some points. I'm thinking about it, but I like that 10.
Yeah, like I said, it sounds nice. I'm more intel to do the money line for it in with a parlay. I know the Bucks are going to win. I just want to take the point aspect out of it with a surefire parlay, and I have that as one of my surefire wins. This week. Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. Seahawks are giving 7 points. Over under is 44.5. The Seahawks are at negative 355 money line. The Falcons are at plus 280 money line. Seattle should run away with this. We don't know what team we're getting with the Falcons anymore. 1 week they look great. The next week they could barely get a win. I picked them last week over the Jets. I looked good up until like 3 minutes left in the game. Jets came in, swooped in, and won that game. That was one of my 3 losses last week. I'm taking this Seattle here. They're far and above the better team. I don't care if it is at Atlanta. I mean, 7 is a lot because you don't know what Atlanta team you're getting. So, I mean, you could just take Seattle, pair them up with Tampa Bay, and pair them up with the Ravens. Right there. 3-team parlay, winner.
Yeah, I like that, actually. I like Seattle. Here's what I like the most about this game. It's at home. It's in Atlanta. If anybody thought Atlanta was any good, it'd be like plus 1.5, plus 3.
Plus 3, 3.5. I would even give.
Yeah. So what they're telling you is that Seattle's defense is so good, they're going to get after Cousins, and Cousins can't really move. Cousins moves as well as Jared Goff at this point.
Worse right now.
Maybe that Achilles, you could tell he's never.
Yeah. He'll never heal from that. He's too old.
He's never gotten the pushback off of it. And I mean, he looks a lot like Matt Ryan did his last 3 years, and Matt Ryan was getting Julio Jones killed.
Yeah.
Now, Kirk Cousins doesn't have a Julio Jones. You know, he plays pretend with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and Darnell Mooney's the best route runner, but he doesn't have enough push off that back foot to give Mooney those out routes. They're screaming Seattle here. This would be one, and this line hasn't moved, right?
Okay.
So this would be one that I would love the money line, right? Because I think, what's our money line number?
It's at -355, but that's why I like pairing it up with the Bucks and the Ravens.
Oh, you could do that. But and that's fine. But you're getting a fairer line here, I think, with literally the Bucks number is what, plus or minus 450 on the money line.
I have -425, so you're getting some meat on the bones there.
Yeah, so you're stealing a little bit of points with the Seattle, and Seattle's going to come in there and thump Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think that's a better number if you're trying to steal a money line. Yeah, you could put Tampa in there if you want. Tampa has to win, and Tampa will win. But if you could find Seattle and move them into something else that you love, it's not a bad move.
Okay, all right. So we both like Seattle here.
Yeah.
Next, this is one of my upsets of the week right here. Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills. Bengals are at +6. Over under is 54.5. Bengals are at +230. Bills are at -285. And I think I kind of gave away my pick before this, but I'm taking the Bengals with +6. They're getting T. Higgins back this week. I understand they have a porous defense. But right now, the Bills can't do anything but run. They can't. They don't have a receiver to catch the ball. Could they do that against the Bengals? Absolutely, I think. But Burrow's getting his number 2 target back. Sometimes his number 1 target, depending on how he's feeling. So you got Chase and you got T. Higgins. You got Chris Brown coming out of the backfield. I think you have a very, very potent offense that could put up a lot of points on the Bills. And I don't think the Bills have enough on offense to keep up. So my upset of the week is the Cincinnati Bengals over the Bills. But I will not take the money line on this. I'm taking the 6 points all day.
All right. So I have a few questions here. So you obviously we have different sports books, right? I just want to explain this to everybody. Greg, you're up in Pennsylvania. Yes. I'm down in Florida. Did you have 6 points all week long on your sports book?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
I'm going to tell you that it opened at 5.5.
Okay.
And up until 20 minutes ago, think about that. Up until 20 minutes ago, it was still 5.5, and it went to 6 down here. Okay, that means maybe not a ton of professional money, but professional money has come in on Buffalo -5.5 to push that up a 0.5. Not a ton, but a little bit. And here's my thought process here. You're going to Cincinnati's cold and Baltimore. That Baltimore night that Joe Burrow started in was not a cold night. It was fine. It was 35 to 40 degrees. It was Cincinnati weather. You're not traveling to Buffalo where you're getting frigid weather. And Joe had to play with like a metal block in his foot just to keep it in place. If you think he's going to be able to do that all day against Buffalo, I have no optimism in him.
No Joey Bosa for Buffalo.
Okay. I still that doesn't really swing.
He's the best. He's the best pass rusher they have.
No Joey Bosa, and the line went higher. Right?
See, to me, I think the public is on Buffalo because it's Buffalo.
Actually, the public's all over Cincinnati.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the spread went up to a 0.5 point. I think is because it's Joe Public.
Joe Public's been on Cincinnati since they saw that Baltimore game, and I just believe that now the money has come on Buffalo today, and the public is trapped.
I from what I've seen out there and heard that the Sharks were on Cincinnati.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Colin Coward, guy I watch all the time, between him and Pat McAfee, but Pat doesn't talk about it too much. His guy with the big beard, I forget what his name is, but he's the spread guy. He's the guy that said that the Sharks are all over Cincinnati. Again, I just assume Joe Public is on Buffalo because it went up. Everybody's dumping their money quick on Buffalo because it's Buffalo.
You would have to have a lot of money to move it.
Yeah.
That's why that Tampa Bay New Orleans line like lights up my eyes. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's really interesting. And the only reason why the New Orleans and Tampa Bay thing lights up my eyes is because Tampa Bay's defense hasn't been good. I understand what it's billed as. It hasn't been good. And the missed tackles have been terrible. We've seen them. And listen, Tyler Show is an NFL quarterback, whether we think he is or not. He could find a screen pass to Kamara, and the way Tampa's been tackling, Kamara is going to break 4 and go for a touchdown. That's 7 points. And by the way, you're getting 8-ish. So that's how my thinking was there. I think Buffalo's been running the ball so well, they can just keep the ball away from Burrow. And if that foot starts bothering him in the cold, sitting off of it is not going to help. I just, you got to be careful in these conditions of toe Burrow.
No, listen, I get it. And it's Buffalo. But I just have a feeling, everything that I've seen, all the stats that I've seen, people that are out, everything to me points Cincinnati.
And Cincy's been covering for a while, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah. It's about time they don't.
Well, with Burrow in, they cover.
Yeah.
Flacco, they covered. I think Flacco was 2-4. I think he was. For against the spread. I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
I thought he was the backdoor man every week. Backdoor cover 3.5. No, I'm serious. Backdoor and 4.5. Backdoor and 5.5. What do we got next on? Do we like the over under here? 54.5.
I like the under. I know the Bengals could score, but I kind of like the under here. I mean, colder weather. Buffalo, I mean, sometimes they have a hard time moving that ball. They really do.
I think that's the best bet on this game.
So
I think that's the best bet on this game, to be quite honest. I think the under is glaring. Do you see every other game on the docket this week is low 40s, and there's a 30 on there, 30-inch, right? And then all of a sudden you got a 54.5. Why? The weather's going to be the same here. Terrible.
Well, because of the Bengals' poorest defense, Bills' poorest defense. Both teams put up points. So I could see why they have it at that. But I see it going under today.
I do too. Yep, I absolutely do. Go ahead.
Right.
What's our next game?
Next, we got the Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts are giving 2.5. Over under is 45.5. Colts are at negative 135. Jags are at plus 114. I like the Jags here. With Daniel Jones hurt the way he is, he doesn't have the mobility. He doesn't. All the teams have to do is just gang up and stop on Jonathan Taylor. That's all they have to do right now, because Daniel Jones has no mobility to get past the pass rush and to get the ball out. He can't. He has no push off because of his foot. We all seen it last week. Plain and simple. I don't think the Colts has a chance in hell here.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I got a hunch. So first of all, the weather's gonna be bad here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Crosswinds, rain. It's gonna come on like a monsoon.
Which is better for the Jags because the Colts play in a dome. Jags are used to open weather.
It is better for the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
It is better for the Jags. But I got a theory. I got a hunch. You want to hear my theory and my hunch? I think that Daniel Jones is probably going to only play one quarter in this game. I really do.
Okay.
I think Daniel Jones, and I think they know it. Okay. Much like, remember I was talking about, Tampa Bay, right? They had no plays for Teddy Bridgewater. But they were going to win the week after, because if Baker had to take an absence again, they had a whole play for Bridgewater. Okay. Same thing with Daniel Jones. Last week, Daniel Jones looked bad, and he's been looking worse. It's been looking a lot worse. It's been trending down. And I wonder if he takes a hit this game, or Jacksonville brings a blitz, or whatever. He gets dropped, and they're like, there's no way. There's no way. But the coach, Indy's coach, is very smart. I bet you Anthony Richardson has a playbook. And nobody likes Anthony Richardson, but what a homecoming this would be. Right? The Florida man comes home to give Indy a win in Jacksonville. And if the weather gets sloppy, and it will. That athleticism will prove the most important thing on the field. That's my thought. My thought is Anthony Richardson will find some time in this game. And everyone's going to go, oh, no. And Colts will be laughing on the sideline. Like, they will be giggling horses because they know. They absolutely know they have a playbook for him. There'll be runs to Taylor, and then he'll pull the ball. And if it's a sloppy field, he'll look like the fastest mutter on the planet. Anthony Richardson. I will take Indianapolis here and believe that they have a backup plan and that Jacksonville is coming in with big chests and heavy bravado.
Okay. I was trying to find out the Jags defensive rushing stats, but they're 11th overall ranked defense. So they're pretty good. Again, yeah, I like the Jags here. I mean, that could happen. I even if Anthony Richardson ends up coming in, I feel even better. I've seen that guy throw the ball. He can't throw. Period. If all they have to do is load up that box and stop him, that's it. So if Anthony Richard has to go in, I love the Jags even more. Plain and simple, especially coming in cold.
I think he's like a basketball player. Not a real, like not an NBA star, but you've played basketball, right? You ever pick up a basketball after you haven't shot it in like 4 months, and you shoot it, you go, wow, that went right in.
Yeah.
Jeez. And I hope it almost happens to everybody on the planet all the time. And you're like, wow, all right, geez, I haven't shot a basketball in 4 months. Look at it go right in. And then your next couple one. But like Anthony Richardson, he could be the kind of guy where they're like, he hasn't practiced in 3 months. They're like, maybe he shouldn't be throwing the ball. He's an athlete. And if he doesn't think about anything, and maybe he works better that way. And you don't want him leading your team. But if he can come in relief, he could be a dangerous man, is all I'm saying.
No, absolutely. But like I said, I think the Jags, listen, they're a very good team this year. That coach has them playing very, very well. He has that offense playing very well, just like he did when he was with the Bucks. Very, very good offensive minded coach. And what he's doing down there with the Jags, what other coaches couldn't do, is a testament to him. They're winning. Other coaches weren't winning with Lawrence or with that team. They weren't winning since what was that? Like probably 10 years ago. Remember when they came out of nowhere? They had that one really good season. I think they went like 14-2 or 12-4.
They haven't been winning in Jacksonville since Tom Coughlin.
I think actually Coughlin was there.
I know.
I think that's it's when I was at River Grill.
Yeah, and he drafted.
That was the last time they were good. So I mean, listen, they're very well improved. I think their coach is doing a phenomenal job down there, and he's going to keep growing that team. I like the Jags here. To me, it's I don't even have to think about it. As good as the Colts have been playing, with Andrew Jones with that injury, I just can't take them. That defense is just the other team's defense is just gaining up and stopping Jonathan Taylor. That's the blueprint right now. Stop Jonathan Taylor. Jones can't beat us right now. As opposed to before, when he was healthy, he was hitting those passes downfield. But right now, like I said, he just can't push off with that foot right now.
Going to be glaringly obvious once they bench him.
Yeah. So, all right, next. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Cleveland Browns. Titans are getting 4.5. Over-under is 33.5. Titans are at plus 170. Browns are at negative 205. Shador gets his first win.
I mean, he's done that already, right?
Well, I mean, did he win his first start?
Yeah, he beat the Raiders.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he's playing the Raiders again.
Well, yeah. Actually worse than the Raiders. So, this should be a no-brainer. This should be the Browns all day. The Browns defense up until last week with the Niners have played unreal at home. Every score has been one score or less up until last week. So I find it really hard to believe that the Tennessee Titans of all teams would come in and light the Browns up at home.
I'm going to tell you, everybody's going to look at this game and they're going to go, well, but Cam Ward's been playing all year and maybe maybe Tennessee could come into Cleveland. Don't do that.
Yeah. No.
Don't do the maybe Tennessee can come into Cleveland. Don't do the Cam Ward can figure it out. Don't. Tennessee is fantastic fans and great country music. I love Eddie George, and Steve McNair was one of my favorite quarterbacks.
It was awesome.
They do not play on this team.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Cleveland Browns here. Myles Garrett's probably going to get the same amount of sacks as this line is set up, which is at what, 3.5. He'll probably find his way to 3.
I got 4.5 here.
Okay, and that'll probably help. That'll help bolster his sack leading season when you win with this Cleveland bet on the money line. Take your money over to gridironmancave.com. Sign up for Gridiron Man Cave's loyalty program for a chance to win one of these: a Fantasy Farm Sports mini helmet. Look how beautiful that is. It's in green. You get the clay barn. That's pretty good, right?
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. You got the mustache. Where's that camera? There it is. You got the mustache right there. You can enter the discount code JACK, JACK. It's very simple. Go find yourself part of the loyalty program and buy some Christmas presents. We've got, what, 2.5 weeks? I know Greg's been doing some shopping.
Yep. Actually, I just got Joyce on Amazon 2 days ago. So
don't say it. She watches the show.
Oh, she watches it. She just doesn't know how to work the computer to find out what she's getting. So I love her, but she is not technologically savvy at all.
Perfect.
She can work her phone, but she doesn't have Amazon Prime on there or my code to get in. So
yeah. Excellent.
So she can't find it.
Get that
all
code
right.
back.
All right. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Dolphins are giving 2.5. Over under is 41.5. Dolphins are at -148 money line. Jets are at +124 money line. I like the Jets all day here. Not just because they won last week. One, they're playing at home. Quarterback makes all the difference, playing way, way better than Justin Fields. And I said this last week. I said this the week before, last year when it got cold. Dolphins can't win in negative or anything less than 50 degrees. They can't win. They don't win. They can't. They've proven it. On that, I am on the Jets all day here. +124. I am running with that on the money line. There is so much money to make here.
Yeah, you're probably right. And, for all intents and purposes, let's have the discussion real quick. Who's a better quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa or Tyrod Taylor? I mean, really?
It depends on what weather you're playing in. If you're playing in 80-degree, 90-degree weather, Tua. If you're playing in anything else but, I mean, kind of shows, doesn't it?
So, all right. So if you're playing 95% of the country, so in 5% of the country, Tua is a better quarterback than Tyrod Taylor.
And early in the season, he's better.
Tyrod Taylor's had a fantastic career that people, he got tied to Rex Ryan. They ousted him from the league. But let's not pretend like Tyrod Taylor could have run that Jets offense, right? The one that Sanchez ran, and he would have had just as many wins. Real athletic, pro's pro, hasn't had as many opportunities as he would have liked because he's had to sue the athletic trainers in San Diego because they almost killed him. You can't kill a Tyrod Taylor, right? He bounces back all the time. He's our Winnie the Pooh, right? Remember Tigger?
Yeah,
right, Tigger. And that's what Tyrod Taylor. He reminds me of Tigger a little bit, right? He's always on that tail, right? You think he's down. He throws a good pass, not a great pass. I like Tyrod Taylor. Give me the points, 2.5 though. Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm taking the money line on this just because I think the Jets win straight out. +124. That's a nice little. Not too many times we get a plus money line that we both really like. And this is one that I really like, and I'm getting +124 on this. I think they're going to win straight out. I'm taking the Jets all day on this. This is probably going to be my biggest bet of the day.
Okay, I like it.
Next, we got the Washington Commanders at the Minnesota Vikings. Commanders are at -1 1.5, giving 1.5. Over under is 43.5. Money line for Commanders is -120, and Minnesota's +100. Jalen Daniels is playing. That is why Washington is currently favored. I believe it was Minnesota was favored earlier in the week. I think it was like 2.5, if I remember correctly. Now that Jalen Daniels is playing, it flip-flopped to where Washington's giving 1.5. So that's pretty interesting. That shows how much everybody really puts on Jalen Daniels. And I've said it before. After last year, I know they haven't had the same year as they did last year, but I cannot bet against Jalen Daniels. I won't bet. I won't bet on the game, but I can't bet against him.
Like LaMelo Ball looks. I don't understand that comment.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that reference.
Oh, he's talking about JJ McCarthy, I think.
Oh, okay.
He looks like LaMelo Ball. I agree. Yeah, this is more of a bet against JJ McCarthy. Yeah. Jaden Daniels will, if Jaden Daniels has rust, he will, right? A little bit.
And listen, that Minnesota's defense is stout. That last week it was stout. The week before it was stout. Their offense can't do it.
If Jaden Daniels has rust, he'll just look like JJ McCarthy. I just
look any worse.
No, I'm saying he's just going to throw the ball 2 feet ahead of everybody.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Their other quarterback, I don't remember what his name was last week. He looked worse than JJ. But again, I didn't think it was possible, but he proved me wrong.
Well, but again, if Daniels has any rust or he feels like he's not, like Mariota looked better than JJ McCarthy.
Mariota looked sharp
by a lot. So, Jameis Winston looks better than JJ. I mean, I can give you a list of backups, and I want the kid to play well, but this line is against the kid. Mm-hmm. I won't be betting this game because I don't know which guy I'm going to get. End of story.
Yeah, I'm not touching this game either because JJ's just coming back from injury. That Vikings defense does play well, but again, I don't know if JJ can do enough to score. And Jalen, I mean, it's Jalen, but he's, again, if he was back a couple games, and then I would probably take Washington, but he's just coming back from that nasty, nasty elbow injury. We all seen it. It looked pretty disgusting. I know it was to his non-throwing arm.
Give me your gut. Who are you taking this game?
Washington.
My gut's Minnesota.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My gut's Washington just because of Jalen Daniels. I mean, the guy is a freak.
I get it, but I feel like this. Just my gut, and then we gotta fly. My gut is that Washington's swan song was against Denver in that overtime, in that battle, and I mean that was a great game. But I feel
that was a battle because of that catch. I forget what his name was, but that catch he had was disgusting. That was Beckham like that grab. It was disgusting. That touchdown.
Right, and that was the guy, I can't remember his name either, but he was supposed to replace A.J. Brown in Tennessee. Tennessee got it wrong again.
Yeah.
I feel like that was their anthem, though. That was their their encore song. And we think about that, and we're getting Jaden Daniels back, and we flip all the money and the odds, and we flip everything. And even if McCarthy comes out and looks a little better than serviceable, Minnesota's a better football team.
Oh, absolutely. No, Minnesota is a better team, hands down. Hands down, they're a better team. They just can't do anything because they're quarterback deficient right now.
Well, but let's do this. Bobby Wagner didn't get younger. Deebo Samuel didn't get thinner. And Jaden Daniels might be healthier.
We don't have any question over Washington's offense, though. Washington's able to score no matter who's back there.
Yeah, they've
been able to score.
They've been more creative with Kingsbury. That's what they've been.
Yeah, no, and like I said, they're able to score more. So that's why I have less questions about their offense, and I think they'll get a few plays against Minnesota's defense.
They may.
I just don't think JJ's going to be able to move the ball. That's it. Yeah. If JJ showed me something, I would take the Vikings. I really want to take them, but I can't take them with a quarterback back there like that.
My gut is every other week he plays well. That's why last week they were like, so you have a concussion this week, right? He's like, no, I'm good. They're like, you have a concussion. And he's like,
we want to show
no.
the fans that it could get worse with
He's
that
like,
other quarterback.
A, B, C, D, McCarthy. They're like, oh, well, you clearly have a concussion. It's time to sit down. You'll be better next week. You're better every other week. All right, let's go.
All right, next. All right, let's go on to our 4:00 games now. We got the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Broncos are at -8.5. Given 8.5. Over under is 40.5. Broncos are at -520, and Raiders are at +390. I mean, this really a no-brainer. I like the Denver here. No points. I like and I like the under actually.
Yeah,
under like 40.5.
We'll see. I like Denver, but I think Denver could have 40 by halftime.
I don't think Denver is going to score that much. I'm sorry. The Raiders aren't going to score that much, but I think Denver is going to score like 20-something points, 28 points, maybe 32, somewhere in there. But ultimately, I think it stays under 40.5.
I thought it was going to, but this has got to be a game where Sean Payton's got to get confidence everywhere on offense. And I just think he's going to dial one up.
Well, we both like Denver here.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
Yep. All right, next we got the Rams at Arizona. Rams are giving 9.5. Over under is 48.5. Rams are at -485 money line. Cardinals are at +370 money line. Rams have a horrible taste in their mouth right now. So I mean, I think the Rams are going to run away with this. That if they don't, it shocks the hell out of me.
Rams by 14.
Yeah. What happened last week was an anomaly. That's not going to happen again. It's not.
I'm the Panther Whisperer. I am, man. I am.
That game cost me, and I didn't even take the points. I just took the money line. That game cost me $120.
I begged you.
Plus $120.
Did I beg? I begged.
You know?
I begged you not to do it.
No, you said the 10. I didn't take the 10. I took the money line. You said the money line. I was with you on the money line.
That's a take. I took the 10. I took the 10.
All right, so we both like the Rams here over the Cardinals. Cardinals aren't very good right now. So next, we got the Bears at the Packers. By the way, the Bears are the #1 seed in the NFC right now. Bears are at +6.5. Over under is 44.5. Bears are at +245. Packers are at -305. I like the Packers here on the money line. Again, this division game, I'm not touching the spread because I don't know what Packers team I'm getting. I don't know if it's a Packers team that's going to let Jordan Love toss the ball around and actually show what he can do, or if it's going to be a conservative offense where, he passes the ball, 18 times and they run the ball 20 times. I do like the Packers here, though, on the money line. I think the Bears have played much, much better football than we anticipated this year. Has shown a lot of growth this year, but he's still completing only 58% of his passes. Caleb Williams, I'm talking about. And let's face it, they're winning these games not because of their offense. The Bears I'm talking about. It's because of their defense.
Yeah.
So on that fact, I like the Packers here on the money line.
I'm gonna surprise you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna surprise you. No, I'm gonna surprise you guys real quick. I'm trying to waiver wire a defense while I'm talking with you guys. There are so many defenses I could go out and grab, but there's not really many I love and enjoy here. Here's what I like. I like Green Bay on the spread. And I know that what you should do is sit here and think about both teams and, oh, Chicago, how dare you? Did you see what they did to Philadelphia? If you need an inspired football team right now, let's not talk about Philadelphia. Please. I mean, their fans are more inspired in the parking lot, beating the hell out of opposing fans than their team is on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. Green Bay is quietly stomping teams. And you may not be paying attention, but Micah Parsons stalking Caleb Williams, Caleb will have no answers. Caleb Williams is going to look like he did against Houston last year on Sunday Night Football. 20-minute delay. Oh, you're referring to Anthony Richardson. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe he will look like LaMelo Ball. One night only. My thought is this. I think Green Bay is a lot better than they're getting credit for. They're fantastic up front. I don't think Caleb Williams will have the answers that Jordan Love will. And I think midway through the third quarter, you're going to see a slight smirk on LaFleur's mouth, knowing he's got him. Mm-hmm. Dan Campbell is going to be pacing up and down the sideline. And today, at the end of the game, his shirt will stay on. And he'll be humbled because Green Bay is going to win this game probably by 14 points. Give me the 6.5. I've got no fear.
Okay, that's nice. I mean, I don't mind taking the points, but for safety, all purpose is I'm taking the money line because I'm going to do a nice little parlay. I love my parlays. But anyways, real quick, guys, before we get to the Sunday night game, a little piece of information. Let me put this. 99% of the league's quarterbacks are better than JJ. Correct.
Who said that?
Chef Nick. Yeah.
Oh, well, hey.
Yeah. I want to talk real quick about Buffalo Bills. Darius Slay was released by Pittsburgh. They mutual release. He said, I want to leave. They said, okay, no issue. Going through waivers. Buffalo picked him up. He informed Buffalo that he is not showing up. He said, I don't want to play there. You guys might as well just release me because I'm not showing up. What's going on in Buffalo that he doesn't want to go up there and play for a potential Super Bowl winning team?
I don't think it's Buffalo. I actually,
what is it?
You get a day, right? So you get one day where you're released. And during that day, you get to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And, Pittsburgh released him because they thought they had a better player behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you get a day and he's angry, right? And then, another team gave me a chance. And then he went, but wait, let me take a look. Right? Mike's a good guy, brought me in here. Let me take a look at some of the plays. And he took a look at some of the plays. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's right. I really think that Darius Slay sitting there, he's like, look at how old is he? In his 30s?
Yeah.
And I think he went, you know what? I'm going from Pittsburgh to Buffalo, and I'm not in the greatest shape, and I'm probably towards the end. And I'm sick of getting hit. I don't think it's a Buffalo indictment thing. I really don't. I really believe that over the past couple of weeks, his heart's kind of out of it.
The rumor on it is that he thought he was going to get his way back to the Eagles. And he wanted to be reunited with the Eagles. That is everything that's floating around, and this is a power play because his agent is Rosenhausen. Mm-hmm. Anybody that knows anything about him, he knows how to get his players what his players want. And so a lot of people are saying that this isn't quite an indictment on the Bills, but an indictment on himself because he wants to play for one team and one team only. I just kind of wanted to throw it out there because Buffalo is a Super Bowl contending team. And why wouldn't somebody that was just released by probably not a playoff team anymore not want to go to a Super Bowl contending team?
I didn't know.
Just straight up tell him, no, I'm not showing up.
I didn't know all that. I thought he was kind of taking another look at his career.
No, but he did threaten the Buffalo, like I'm not going to play for you guys. I will retire before I play for you guys. He has said that. So
something against Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I get maybe the Eagles are the only team he wants to play for. Maybe he had such a good rapport with them down there. He just wants to show he wants to go back.
He only wanted out of Philadelphia when Matt Patricia showed up. He hates Matt Patricia. Mm-hmm. He hated him in Detroit. He hated him in Philly. He was going to quit. Mm-hmm. And then Philly went, well, we should be able to get something for you. Don't just quit. Well, how about you like Pennsylvania so much? We'll send you over to Pittsburgh. He goes, fine. Yeah. He hates Matt Patricia. Mm-hmm. And, for good reason.
All right, next. We got our night game. We got Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. Texans are getting 3.5. Over under is 41.5. Texans are at plus 164. Chiefs are at negative 198. Listen, I'm going to ride with them until I die. I don't like them. I never did like them. My gut says to go the opposite direction, but I can't. I have to take the Chiefs. I mean, I have to. If they lose any more, they're done. They are done. Mathematically out. Zip. Patrick Mahomes misses the playoffs for the first time in his career. Brady, in his prime, never missed the playoffs. Just saying.
No,
So all you that want to do a little comparison, just letting you know, Brady never missed the playoffs in his prime. Mahomes is in his prime. I'm taking Kansas City here. I'm taking the money line. I'm not taking the 3.5. If I have to take the 3.5, my gut tells me Houston, because my gut tells me the Chiefs are going to squeak out of this with a field goal, 3-point win, and that's it. So that's why I'm taking the Chiefs on the money line. I'm playing it safe, as you would say, but my gut tells me take the 3.5 points.
I love that bet. I love both sides of that argument.
Mm-hmm.
I love both sides. I think that's the right argument to have. We talk about Buffalo and we talk about the Northeast as having weather. Let's not pretend like Kansas City doesn't get frigid, right? The Dolphins had to travel to Kansas City and people lost their limbs. Did you know that? There were like 23 hospital visits because of how cold it was in Kansas City during that game. Mm-hmm. 7 people lost their lives at that game. So it gets cold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very cold there.
Enough to kill you for going to see the Kansas City Chiefs in this type of weather and in this type of, spot on our calendar, right? So, Houston's traditionally a little bit warmer. I don't know. It's in Texas. And it's not a lot warmer, but traditionally it's warmer than Kansas City. I think Kansas City's got Arrowhead at night. It's going to be a little bit colder than Houston likes it. I'll take Kansas City, just like Greg said, on the money line.
And to back your point on that, Houston plays in a dome.
Oh, even better.
They play in a dome. Kansas City does not. So who's more used to the elements?
I like Kansas City.
Guys, listen, I know that might sound very minute to some of you guys and some of you guys that are fresh into the betting part of this, but weather has a lot to do with the team's performance, guys. Don't overlook that.
It has tons to do with it. You're absolutely right. So I'm with you.
All right, next we got the Monday night game, and this is what I call the Philly bounce back game. Philadelphia Eagles at the LA Chargers. Philly is at negative 1.5. They're giving 1.5. Over under is 41.5. Money line for the Eagles there is at negative 130 and plus 110 for the Chargers. Eagles are without Jalen Carter this week. But I think this is going to be a bounce back game for them. I really do. This is going to be a game that they come in, they say, listen, we got to do this. We got to win. Our backs are up against the wall. You got Herbert, non-throwing arm. I can't remember. Shoulder?
Yeah, it's his left hand.
Left hand. Cast on it, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't see how they're going to hold up against, even without Jalen Carter, that Eagles defense still has an awesome pass rush. I don't see them. I don't see how the Chargers can hold up. I really don't. And you all know how I love Harbaugh. Love him, love him, love him. I just think Philly has had a rough couple weeks. The Chargers aren't the team that I thought they were going to be because their line is banged up so bad. Herbert's banged up. On this, I love the Eagles this game. I mean, the two games I love the most this week is the Jets over the Dolphins and the Eagles over the Chargers.
I'll echo that and say you might see some Trey Lance because I think that Philadelphia, when their backs are up against the wall, they'll probably rip at that paw down in a pile. I'm not joking. I think Philadelphia is going to get after that left hand of Herbert, and I think there's no mercy. I understand that Harbaugh wants to be a tough guy. Philadelphia is going to introduce athletes because the Chargers don't have better athletes than Philadelphia. It's going to take him just a little bit more time to have a little bit more guys that want to play his brand of football. Philly has every one of his guys.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so
they still have one of the best rosters in the NFL.
Yeah, I think they come in. By the way, the Chargers don't have any home field advantage. We all know that
No.
away teams fill that stadium. You're going to have Philadelphia Eagles fans there chanting and screaming and traveling with this team. I think they club the Chargers. And everybody on Monday or Tuesday mornings like, how about that team? Wow.
Yeah.
Philly.
Yep, I like Philly too. I think that's it. That's all we got.
It. We got through it. We've got 2 minutes to spare. Let's go grab some beverages, stick a pizza in our hand, plop on the couch, and take our money on Sunday. I'm Jack Stash, Fantasy Farm Sports. Greg, you got any last comments?
I just want to let anybody know I tried real quick after being on the outside looking in last year. Alabama and Miami are both in ahead of Notre Dame for the college football playoffs for all you guys.
I believe Alabama belongs in. Miami does not.
I agree. But the fact of the matter is they did beat Notre Dame heads up. So that does go somewhere. You have to take that in consideration. But by the eye test, I'm with you. I think Notre Dame is a better team. But again, that's why you play the game head to head. So you have that. So, but yeah, even though my Alabama got blown out last night, I had was very shaky whether or not we were going to get in, even though we beat them on their field. What did he say here? No, he said needs some time to figure out what he wants to do moving forward. Nothing to do with Buffalo. He is honored they picked him up. He's talking about Darius Slade.
Okay. All right. Well, there's some more light on the sleigh situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're always talking about Rudolphs and sleighs in December. I mean,
it's the holidays.
Whether it's Pittsburgh or Buffalo, right? It's Rudolph season, it's sleigh season, and the NFL is always trying to sell us food. It's just, it's a little wild. Right now, they're selling us Christmas. The NFL is unmatched as far as salesmanship goes. Right, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, just so you guys know, James, first round of the college playoffs, James Madison, Oregon, Alabama, Oklahoma, rematch. Tulane, Ole Miss, that's an easy game for Ole Miss, and Texas A&M and Miami. The byes are Ohio State, Indiana, and Texas Tech.
You think Ole Miss is going to beat Tulane?
Yes. What's that?
You think Ole Miss is going to beat Tulane?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Even with a interim coach, they still have the talent there.
Be careful. Tulane's very good.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I took North Texas. I bet against them. So
I'm just.
I thought North Texas. I mean, their offense was so high powered this year, and Tulane handled them no problem.
Tulane is very. I mean, Tulane. You guys love Indiana. I love Kirk Cignetti in Indiana as well. Tulane's a problem.
Yeah, I just don't see them. I don't see them beating an Ole Miss team, even without Lane Kiffin. Yeah, I think I mean the toughest matchup here, I think, is Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, Texas A&M. I mean, those are two really good matchups. The other ones, I mean, I think Oregon should beat James Madison fairly easy, and I think Ole Miss should beat Tulane very somewhat easily. That Texas A&M team is good. I watched them play yesterday. They looked really good.
Oklahoma doesn't have their starting quarterback.
He's out again?
He's been out all year.
No, he came back like 5 weeks ago. He came back.
Mateer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been back.
Okay.
Yeah, he came back I think against Texas A&M he came back against.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been back for about 5-6 weeks now. He's been back for a while. And his first 2 games back were kind of shaky, but he got his feet under him. He ended up killing it. He's a great quarterback.
To me, Oklahoma's been okay. They're more of a musical talent.
They're a defensive team. Their defense is disgusting. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got. That's the update on college football for December 19th. It starts. So there you go.
Okay.
All right. And that's it. That's all we got for this week, guys. As always, we greatly appreciate you guys stopping and spending your Sundays with us. Make sure you hop over to OldGamerGK, hop over to Fantasy Farm Sports, drop your likes, drop your subscriptions, say a little something in the comments, say hi, say whatever you think. You guys don't like Jack Stash, but you don't like Jack Stash. You love his stash, but you love his stash. Let us know. On that note, guys, as always, I just want to say be excellent to each other.